Hi there. Now with the hype out of the way, here we have a portrait and we want to retouch the skin. While it's processing, you can access the popular Nano Banana AI on Google's Gemini. Also, you want to make sure that the model is set to 2.5 flash image. But is it really as flashy? Can you tell the difference between the before and after? What in the world is happening? Wasn't this supposed to be magic? 5 years ago, I made a video about removing fences, and back then, before AI, COVID or Reels, this video still got 10 million views, even if it took me 15 minutes to explain and over 30 minutes to do. But right now, if we upload the same image in Gemini and type in those 3 magical words, remove the fence, let's see what it does. Well, it didn't do anything. Let's try one more time. To be honest, at this point, you're just playing with slot machines, and this is absolute crap. After a couple tries, I did get it to work, but if you were to compare this with Photoshop, this is the original image. This is done in Photoshop. It doesn't change the image at all. Even if you zoom in, have a look at the results. Here's the before, here's the after. Everything at the exact same position. And here, my friend, is the Gemini result. It softens the image a little bit because of the resolution limitation. Apart from that, it's not the same image. But if you want to take it up a notch and try an image like this, where the fence is so dense and there are shadows all over the place, let's see if those 3 words can unlock the secret to her heart. And this is the result we get, I have to say. It's impressive. Now, although it slightly changes the face and there's a snot in there, trying to remove this in Photoshop is not impossible, but you may pull your hair in the process. So if it can do such Herculean tasks, what about the tasks that actually matter to professionals? Let's start with retouching. By the way, you can also access Nano Banana from Adobe Firefly. If you have an Adobe membership, whether all apps or Photoshop, you can just go to boards, create a new board. You can drag and drop whatever image you want. Let's say you want to remove the tattoos. Click here, and from the models drop down, you can simply choose Gemini 2.5 flash image. There are so many models at the exact same place, and since we want to start with this image, let's click here and click on the image. And we want to remove all tattoos from the skin. It is the exact same model. You can access it through Firefly, Gemini, totally up to you. Once it is done, you can just drag it and drop it in your board. Sometimes it removes all the stuff, sometimes it leaves there, sometimes it changes stuff. And if we were to try one more time, actually a couple more times, let's see if we can hit the lottery with this slot machine. So here's the original one for reference. And as you can clearly see with all of these generations, they baby and smooth the skin so much that it looks like a baby who would actually eat lollipop. And it doesn't really remove all the tattoos. Sometimes it even changes those tattoos. No matter how many times I tried, oh my gosh, this is just something else, someone else. Here as well, it's not working. And if you were to professionally remove them, it's not a big deal these days. Just circle around it and it's gone. It's that simple. Here's another example. And let's say you wanted to remove the reds from the skin. And this is what it generates. And the retouching looks flawless. I would say way too flawless. Let's download it by clicking on it and then clicking on the download button. Of course, we need to compare it with Photoshop. Keep in mind, even in Photoshop, you can do retouching in less than a minute, and we have made videos about it. Anywho, here, my friend, is the original image. On top of that, here's Photoshop's retouching. Again, before, after. Still the exact same person, and if you were to zoom in, still the same skin texture. Before, after. Let's zoom out a bit. And now this is Nano Banana's result. You be the judge. As professionals, let me know what you would prefer in the comments. I'm gonna zoom in a little more just to share with you something. Photoshop, Nano Banana. Now, can it at least fix skin tones for this image? Let's try. Fix the skin tones. Now, while it's processing, let me share with you Photoshop's version. For this image, simply with the curves adjustment layer, select the middle eyedropper and click on an area which should have been neutral in real life. It is the eye in this case, and it is done. That's all there is to it. Back in Photoshop, here's the original one. Here's the one with the curves adjustment layer. And here is the one with no banana. And I have to say, this time, it has done a pretty amazing job. The only downside this time again is this. Here is the original one. And here is the no banana. Now, of course, you can upscale it with AI, but why to kill the pixels to reinvent them again? Now let's delve into compositing. Let's go crazy with this photo. Let us change the entire scene and make her sit inside a palace. Wow, That's pretty good. Now change the chair to a luxury queen's chair. Now that's more like it. After this, you can change the table to gold, replace the phone with a tea set. You can go on and on. Now, although all of these changes are super fun to apply and post on social media, can we also professionally apply it? Let's take a look. Here is the original image. Here is the original face. As you begin to apply changes in stages, every time a little change happens. And by the time this happens, this is quite a different person. Make a few more changes and she will be completely someone else. And then of course there's the issue with the resolution as well. Here's the before. As you can see, everything is clear and sharp. Here's the after. Well, not so much. But again, this is super fun. Let's get a bit into the real world with professional compositing that photographers do from day to day. In this studio portrait, let us drag and drop a backdrop. You can adjust its size to your liking. I'm gonna keep it this much. Simply just turn off this layer, select the subject layer and click on select subject. Photoshop does make a selection automatically. You can turn this back on, select the backdrop layer, hold the Alt key or the Option key and click on the mask button to just keep it in the background. To make it more realistic, change the blend mode from normal to overlay. And there you go. Now the background is supposed to be a bit blurry, right? No worries. Simply unlink the mask, select the layer, go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. You can apply a blur of 10, 8, that would work, and just with that, this is such a good result. The background is blurred, it has such a wonderful texture, the image is sharp, this is a masterpiece. But if we were to upload the same two images in Gemini and type in change the background of the woman with the textured backdrop attached, can it do it as good as we did in Photoshop in a few seconds? Let's compare. This is the one with Photoshop, and this is the one with Nano Banana. I have to say, it's pretty good. The only limitation is the resolution. As soon as you zoom in, Photoshop, Nano Banana. Plus, of course, you have the flexibility with Photoshop, Affinity, whatever you're using, that you can just select the backdrop, press Ctrl or Command T, and you can adjust the size of it, stretch it, make it bigger as much as you like. And for sure, you have the ability to make it darker or brighter, however you like. You can increase the contrast. It's honestly not a competition. Cutting out hair has always been an age-old challenge with compositing, especially when the hair is like this. But since it's all AI magic, can it do it? So we are going to remove the background and change it to black, since Gemini cannot really output transparent results as of now. And this is what we get. As you can see, it not only absolutely ignored the hair, but didn't even care to generate the edges. Now, Photoshop is not really excellent too when masking hair like this, but let's try removing the background. And this is what you get. I have to say it's not horrible. Here is Photoshop's result, and here, Nano Banana. Now people love to use AI for mockups. By the way, this is a mockup that I created in Photoshop and there's a video about it. It took me a while, but let's take a look at the results. All I have to do to replace the design is double click here, place whatever graphic you want here, hit enter or return, and then you can turn it off and save it. Press Ctrl or Command S, hit OK, and then when you get back to your original document, it is applied. And no matter how much you zoom in, this is going to look realistic. It folds to the folds of the shirt. There are nuances here and there. But what about AI? We are going to upload the same t-shirt and the same design together in Gemini. Make sure to set to create images and place the monkey warrior graphic realistically on the t-shirt as if it was printed on it. And this, my friend, is what you get. I know it's bad, but let's give it one more chance. Here's another prompt, and this time, hopefully this works. Comparing it in Photoshop, I have to ask you, which shirt would you buy? The one that is accurate according to what you actually get, or the one that is random? It's just all over the place. Let me ask you this. Would you buy this mouse looking at the actual photo of this mouse or an AI generated photo of this one? Up to you. I'll let you decide. So this is a color grading I did in Photoshop. Before, after. There's actually a 90-second video on how to do this. Although with color grading it is hard to explain exactly the kind of color you want, I have tried writing a prompt where we talked about a Renaissance painting style with a greenish tint in the background and warm skin tones. And you and I know that even if the color grading turns out to be good, there's gonna be one big problem. And here we go. It's not bad, but it's just random. And again, if you were to compare in Photoshop, here's the before. This is done in Photoshop, and this is with Gemini. Same problem. As soon as you zoom in, This is Photoshop's work. This is Gemini. Maybe with playing the slot machine a few times, you can get the result you like, but if you were to use programs like Photoshop, Capture One, Affinity Photo, whatever you use, you will always have precise control over everything. Let us not even get to design. That's another 2-hour video. With all the bashing that I've done for Nano Banana, I'm really sorry. There are some really good use cases, and that is with photo restoration. And this is one of those areas where you can actually professionally use this, even as a starting point. Restoring a photo like this would be a nightmare. But if we were to use this prompt, I'm gonna give it to you, the results are just incredible. This is just truly incredible, isn't it? And a couple tries can get you a variety of results that you can work with. Let me show you something cooler. Here's another image. I'm gonna type in the same prompt with the Gemini 2.5 flash image. Let's generate. Again, you can use it directly in Gemini as well. I just like the board's version. And just have a look at the results. And then you can go ahead and type in a prompt like change the lighting to harsh sunlight. And oh my gosh, this is on another level. With all of everything that we covered in this video, there is no doubt that Nano Banana has its place and it will continue to grow. But there is also no doubt that if you learn the traditional techniques and the fundamental concepts of Photoshop or whatever application you use, whether it's Camera Raw, whether it's Affinity Photo, learning all those things will keep you ahead of the curve, ahead of the game, ahead of people who have only learned AI. But you are smarter because you know what to do when all of those new technologies don't work. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to give us a like, and also don't forget to subscribe, and not just subscribe. Ring the bell so that you, my friend, don't miss any other future tips, tricks or tutorials. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Till then, stay tuned and make sure that you keep creating.